Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to begin with a simple question. How many of us dream of overnight success, but dread the sleepless nights that often come before it? We love the result, but we resist the process. The world celebrates the shine, but it rarely sees the struggle. We admire the stories of people who made it, yet we forget that behind every seemingly overnight success, there were nights with no applause, no spotlight, and no certainty, only faith, discipline, and persistence. We want the trophy, but we often ignore the training. We want the reward, but we forget the sacrifice. And trust me, in the journey of life, success doesn't come to those who only desire. It comes to those who are willing to grind, to stretch, and sometimes to stay awake with purpose while the world sleeps in comfort. Success is rarely accidental, and it is certainly never instantaneous. What the world often sees as overnight success is the result of countless unseen hours, relentless effort, and personal sacrifices that most people are unwilling to make. The moment we admire someone for achieving greatness, we rarely pause to consider the choices, the discipline, and the sacrifices that went into that journey. Success demands prioritization, and prioritization often comes at the expense of comfort, leisure, and sometimes even social approval. It requires the courage to embrace long hours of focused work while the rest of the world is resting, celebrating, or taking it easy. Every individual who has achieved meaningful success has understood that the rewards are proportional to the level of personal sacrifice they are willing to endure. Sacrifice is not merely about working harder. It is about making deliberate choices in alignment with one's vision. It often means saying no to short-term pleasures in favor of long-term gains, choosing discipline over indulgence, and embracing the grind when others are stepping away. These sacrifices are never convenient. They test your patience, resilience, and determination. Every time you decide to invest time in learning, in practicing, in strategizing, rather than succumbing to distraction or comfort, you are actively investing in the foundation of your future success. This is the reality that separates those who dream from those who achieve. The willingness to prioritize what matters most, even when it comes with discomfort, fatigue, or uncertainty. The path to success also demands emotional sacrifice. It requires resilience in the face of criticism, patience during delays, and the ability to stay focused despite setbacks. While the world celebrates the visible markers of success, wealth, recognition, or status, it rarely acknowledges the emotional strength necessary to persevere through rejection, failure, and repeated attempts that seem fruitless. This is the hidden currency of achievement, the internal discipline that allows individuals to continue moving forward even when external validation is absent. Emotional sacrifice means staying committed to your purpose, even when the journey feels lonely, when doubts creep in, or when distractions tempt you to abandon your path. Time itself becomes the arena of sacrifice. Every successful person has made conscious decisions about how they allocate their most finite resource. The hours that could have been spent in idle entertainment, in social distractions, or in passive routines are instead invested in skill-building, planning, and focused execution. These choices often require giving up comfort, sleep, and immediate gratification, but they cultivate the habits, knowledge, and abilities that become the pillars of long-term success. The sacrifices in time are not lost moments. They are deliberate, strategic investments that compound over days, months, and years, ultimately transforming effort into achievement. Sacrifice also extends to the courage to take risks. Success rarely comes to those who remain in familiar territory. To achieve something extraordinary, individuals must be willing to leave the safe and predictable behind, stepping into uncertainty and embracing challenges that test their limits. This may involve financial risk, career transitions, or stepping outside one's comfort zone socially or professionally. Every calculated risk carries with it potential discomfort and fear, Yet it is through these very experiences that growth occurs. Those who embrace sacrifice understand that discomfort is not a deterrent, but a signal that progress is underway, and they cultivate the resilience to endure it. Ultimately, the pursuit of success is inseparable from sacrifice because the two are intrinsically linked. Every achievement, recognition, and milestone is built upon a foundation of unseen choices, long hours, emotional resilience, and disciplined prioritization. Success is never free, and it is rarely convenient. Those who understand this truth do not wait for luck or opportunity to appear. They create it through relentless commitment, calculated risk, and consistent deliberate action. The willingness to sacrifice is the hallmark of every achiever. And it is this understanding that transforms ambition into reality, turning dreams into accomplishments that endure. Discomfort is often seen as an obstacle, something to avoid at all costs. Yet it is one of the most powerful catalysts for personal growth and lasting success. Every meaningful achievement in life carries with it moments of unease, uncertainty, and challenge. Those who pursue excellence quickly realize that comfort is the enemy of progress. When we remain in familiar and easy situations, our skills plateau, our creativity stagnates, and our potential remains untapped. It is precisely in moments of discomfort, when we push beyond our habitual limits, when we face resistance, when we confront fear, that we discover the depth of our resilience and the strength of our character. Discomfort is not a signal to retreat. It is an invitation to expand, to learn, and to evolve. True growth begins where comfort ends. Every time you step into an unfamiliar situation, challenge a deeply ingrained habit, or embrace a task that seems daunting, you are exposing yourself to a teacher that cannot be found in ease or routine. This teacher is honest, unyielding, and transformative. It does not provide instant gratification or reassurance, but it gives something far more valuable, the opportunity to develop new skills, perspectives, and inner fortitude. The human mind often seeks to avoid these moments of discomfort because they are accompanied by uncertainty, fear, and the possibility of failure. Yet, the individuals who succeed understand that these are precisely the conditions that lead to mastery. They learn to welcome challenges as stepping stones, to see each difficult moment as a lesson rather than a setback, and to recognize that growth is rarely linear or painless. Discomfort also refines character. It teaches patience, humility, and perseverance. When circumstances push us out of our comfort zones, we are forced to confront limitations we may not have previously acknowledged. We learn that confidence is built not in safe environments, but in moments of adversity, when we must summon courage and ingenuity. Each struggle becomes a mirror reflecting our true capabilities, our areas for improvement, and our capacity for endurance. By leaning into discomfort, we cultivate a mindset that thrives under pressure, adapts to change, and remains committed even when the path is uncertain. This mental and emotional resilience becomes a key differentiator between those who merely aspire and those who achieve. Furthermore, discomfort sparks innovation and creativity. Routine and predictability are comforting but rarely inspire breakthroughs. When we face challenges that stretch our abilities, we are forced to think differently, to experiment, to find unconventional solutions. Discomfort compels action and forces problem solving, which in turn sharpens both skill and intellect. The pressure to navigate difficult situations strengthens critical thinking, enhances decision-making, and cultivates resourcefulness. Those who embrace discomfort learn to see challenges not as barriers but as opportunities to innovate, to grow, and to distinguish themselves from the majority who avoid struggle. Discomfort is also a teacher of discipline and commitment. It demands that we persist when motivation fades, that we stay focused when results are not immediate, and that we maintain effort when recognition is absent. Every late night spent learning a new skill, Every early morning of dedicated practice, every decision to face a difficult conversation or task instead of avoiding it reinforces the connection between discomfort and progress. The capacity to endure and persist through these moments becomes a habit, one that continues to serve long after the initial challenge has passed. In essence, discomfort is the silent architect of success. It molds character, strengthens resilience, sharpens skills, and fosters creativity. It challenges us to expand beyond self-imposed limitations and prepares us for the demand of achievement that comfort could never provide. Those who learn to embrace discomfort discover that it is not merely a temporary inconvenience, but a transformative force that shapes not just outcomes, but the very person capable of achieving them. It is through discomfort that ordinary effort is transformed into extraordinary results, and potential is converted into tangible success. Consistency is the hidden engine behind every great achievement, yet it is often underestimated in a world obsessed with immediate results. Many people are captivated by the idea of instant success, quick rewards, or sudden breakthroughs, but these illusions obscure the reality that true accomplishment is rarely instantaneous. Dreams are not fulfilled in a single moment of inspiration. They are realized through repeated, deliberate actions carried out over time. Consistency is what bridges the gap between aspiration and achievement, transforming potential into tangible outcomes. It is the quiet, persistent effort that compounds in ways invisible at first, but monumental over time, shaping results that no single burst of enthusiasm can achieve. The power of consistency lies in its ability to build momentum. Small, deliberate actions, when repeated daily, create a rhythm that gradually reshapes habits, skills, and capabilities. It is in this repetition that mastery emerges. A single attempt rarely produces excellence, but thousands of focused attempts do. The human mind often desires immediate gratification. Yet those who understand the value of consistency know that delayed rewards are far more meaningful because they are earned. Every day of disciplined effort strengthens discipline itself, reinforcing a cycle in which action becomes habitual and progress becomes inevitable. In essence, consistency is not about dramatic leaps, but about continuous, incremental improvements that accumulate into extraordinary achievements. Consistency also cultivates credibility and trust, both with oneself and with others. When people witness persistent effort, they recognize reliability, dedication, and commitment. Similarly, by showing up consistently for your own goals, you develop self-trust, the confidence that you can rely on yourself to follow through, even when motivation wanes or circumstances become challenging. This self-trust becomes an invaluable asset because it anchors long-term progress. Motivation is fleeting, inspiration is sporadic, but consistency endures. It is the steady, unbroken commitment to daily action that ensures even the most ambitious goals are within reach. Moreover, consistency reinforces resilience in the face of setbacks. Progress is rarely linear, and challenges inevitably arise. Those who rely solely on bursts of enthusiasm are easily derailed when obstacles appear, whereas individuals committed to consistent action maintain forward motion regardless of temporary failures. Each setback becomes an opportunity to adjust, learn, and continue, rather than a reason to abandon the journey. Over time, consistency transforms failures into lessons and difficulties into stepping stones. This capacity to persevere despite challenges is what separates fleeting effort from sustainable success. Consistency also enhances focus and clarity. By engaging in regular disciplined actions, you create structure and rhythm in your life. This structure minimizes distractions and ensures that energy is directed toward meaningful, goal-aligned activity. Over time, repeated effort sharpens decision-making, builds efficiency, and strengthens problem-solving abilities. Habits formed through consistency become automatic, freeing mental resources for creativity, innovation, and strategic thinking. In this way, consistency is not merely repetitive action. It is deliberate, focused, and purposeful progression that compounds exponentially over time. In a world dominated by instant gratification, the value of consistency cannot be overstated. It is the long-term commitment to deliberate effort that separates true achievers from those who settle for mediocrity. By showing up every day, dedicating time and energy to meaningful work, and resisting the temptation of shortcuts, individuals cultivate skills, resilience, and momentum that no immediate reward could ever replace. Consistency ensures that effort is not wasted, that dreams are pursued methodically, and that goals are attained with integrity and discipline. Over time, the invisible power of consistent action creates visible, transformative results, turning aspirations into realities that endure and inspire. Working hard has long been celebrated as the key to success, yet effort alone is not enough to achieve meaningful results. True accomplishment is a combination of dedication and strategy, of persistence coupled with intelligence. The world often glorifies the tireless worker, the person who burns the midnight oil, yet without direction, their effort can become scattered, inefficient, and ultimately unrewarding. Working smart requires clarity of purpose, deliberate planning, and the ability to focus on the tasks that matter most. It is about maximizing the impact of each action, ensuring that energy, time, and resources are invested in ways that produce tangible outcomes rather than merely busyness. The principle of working smart emphasizes prioritization. Not every task carries equal value, and success depends on the ability to distinguish between what is urgent and what is important. Many individuals expend significant effort on low-impact activities, mistaking motion for progress. In contrast, those who work smart identify high-leverage actions that directly contribute to their goals and allocate their energy accordingly. This strategic approach allows for greater efficiency, faster results, and reduced burnout. Working smart is not about avoiding hard work. It is about channeling effort where it matters most, ensuring that each step taken aligns with a larger vision. Efficiency is another hallmark of working smart. It involves developing systems, routines, and methods that reduce unnecessary effort while increasing productivity. Time management, delegation, and the use of tools and technology all play a role in creating an environment where results are amplified. Smart work requires continuous evaluation and adaptation, examining processes, learning from mistakes, and implementing improvements to make each subsequent effort more effective. This iterative approach ensures that hard work is purposeful, measured, and capable of producing compounding results over time. Working smart also requires emotional intelligence and strategic thinking. Understanding the dynamics of people, teams, and situations allows individuals to navigate challenges with insight rather than force. It is the ability to recognize opportunities, anticipate obstacles, and leverage relationships and resources to achieve objectives with precision. While hard work demonstrates commitment, smart work demonstrates wisdom. The combination of both creates a powerful synergy where effort is not wasted and outcomes are maximized. Adaptability is another critical aspect of working smart. The landscape of any endeavor, whether professional, personal, or creative, is constantly changing. Rigidly following a plan without adjustment can render even the most strenuous efforts ineffective. Smart workers remain flexible, continuously scanning for better approaches, refining strategies, and embracing new tools or knowledge that enhance performance. They are proactive rather than reactive, seeking solutions before problems become crises and optimizing their approach to achieve sustainable success. Working smart also entails self-awareness and the ability to recognize one's strengths and limitations. Success is amplified when tasks are aligned with personal skills and talents, while weaknesses are mitigated through learning, collaboration, or delegation. Hard work without self-awareness can lead to frustration and stagnation, but when effort is directed intelligently, the probability of meaningful impact rises exponentially. This is the essence of working smart, aligning energy with strategy, capability with opportunity, and effort with vision. Ultimately, working smart transforms effort into results. It is the integration of focus, strategy, efficiency, adaptability, and self-awareness that allows individuals to achieve more in less time and with greater satisfaction. Hard work alone may demonstrate commitment, but smart work ensures that commitment translates into success. By combining relentless dedication with intentional action, individuals not only maximize their output, but also create a sustainable path to achievement, enabling them to rise above mediocrity and achieve excellence with both intelligence and perseverance. Balance is one of the most underestimated principles in the pursuit of success. Yet it is essential for sustainable achievement and fulfillment. Many individuals equate success with relentless effort, long hours, and the sacrifice of personal well-being, believing that endurance alone guarantees results. While determination and hard work are critical, neglecting balance can lead to burnout, strained relationships, and compromised health, ultimately undermining the very success one strives to achieve. True excellence is not measured solely by external accomplishments, but by the ability to maintain harmony between work, personal growth, relationships, and self-care. Balance ensures that achievements are not fleeting, that effort produces enduring satisfaction, and that the pursuit of success uplifts rather than diminishes one's life. Achieving balance requires a clear understanding of priorities and a deliberate allocation of time and energy. It involves recognizing that productivity is not equivalent to busyness, and that overextending oneself can diminish both efficiency and creativity. Those who master balance approach their goals with intentionality, ensuring that their commitment to work does not overshadow other essential aspects of life. This requires setting boundaries, making conscious choices about where to invest time, and acknowledging that moments of rest and reflection are not indulgences but integral components of high performance. Balance is cultivated through awareness, discipline, and the consistent practice of aligning actions with values. Balance also nurtures resilience and long-term sustainability. Continuous work without adequate rest erodes focus, decision-making capacity, and emotional stability, leading to mistakes, frustration, and diminished effectiveness. Conversely, maintaining equilibrium allows individuals to recharge physically, mentally, and emotionally, ensuring that each action is executed with clarity, energy, and purpose. Rest and recovery are not signs of weakness, but strategic investments that enable consistent, high-quality effort. Those who understand this principle leverage balance as a tool for maximizing both productivity and personal well-being, creating a rhythm of effort and restoration that supports lasting achievement. Emotional balance is equally critical. Success often brings pressure, stress, and external expectations, and navigating these demands requires emotional intelligence and composure. Individuals who cultivate bala develop the capacity to manage stress, maintain perspective, and respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This emotional equilibrium allows for better decision-making, stronger relationships, and a more focused pursuit of goals. By integrating emotional stability with disciplined action, balanced individuals are able to maintain consistency without sacrificing their peace of mind, turning challenges into opportunities rather than sources of overwhelm. Balance extends to the integration of personal growth and relationships with professional pursuits. While ambition drives achievement, neglecting relationships or personal development can leave success hollow. Maintaining connections with family, friends, and mentors provides support, perspective, and fulfillment that fuel motivation and enrich the journey. Simultaneously, investing in learning, self-reflection, and skill development ensures that growth is continuous and multidimensional. Balance enables individuals to pursue excellence without compromising the richness of life outside work, creating a holistic approach to achievement that is both rewarding and sustainable. Balance also promotes strategic flexibility. Life and circumstances are unpredictable, and the ability to adapt without losing sight of priorities is essential for long-term success. Those who maintain balance are better equipped to navigate change, pivot when necessary, and make decisions that align with both short-term goals and long-term vision. By harmonizing effort with rest, ambition with well-being, and focus with reflection, balanced individuals create a dynamic equilibrium that allows them to sustain performance while preserving their health, relationships, and inner peace. Ultimately, balance transforms the pursuit of success from a race against exhaustion into a purposeful, sustainable journey. It integrates discipline with self-care, ambition with reflection, and action with restoration, enabling individuals to pursue goals with clarity, energy, and resilience. By maintaining balance, success becomes not only attainable, but also meaningful, allowing achievement to enhance life rather than dominate it, creating a foundation upon which lasting fulfillment and growth can flourish. Success is often defined by visible milestones, accolades, and outcomes, yet focusing exclusively on results overlooks the most transformative aspects of achievement, the journey itself. Every step, every challenge, every small victory contributes to personal growth and character development, shaping the individual capable of sustaining and building upon success. When we fixate solely on the destination, we risk undervaluing the effort, learning, and perseverance that occur along the way. Celebrating the journey is not a call to diminish ambition or compromise standards. It is an acknowledgement that progress, growth, and resilience are as significant as the final achievement. Recognizing and honoring the process cultivates gratitude, motivation, and a deeper sense of fulfillment that extends far beyond external validation. The journey towards success is filled with lessons that cannot be replicated by outcomes alone. Every obstacle faced, every setback endured, and every difficult decision made contributes to the development of critical skills, emotional strength, and mental resilience. These experiences provide insights into personal capabilities, values, and priorities, forming a foundation for future achievements. When individuals pause to reflect on these moments, they recognize that the growth gained from navigating challenges is often more valuable than the material or visible rewards at the end. Celebrating the journey cultivates awareness of this growth, encouraging individuals to embrace challenges as opportunities rather than merely inconveniences or delays. Acknowledging progress also strengthens motivation. Long-term goals can feel overwhelming, and the human mind naturally gravitates toward immediate outcomes as markers of success. By celebrating incremental achievements, individuals maintain momentum and reinforce a positive feedback loop that encourages continued effort. These moments of recognition, whether small milestones or personal breakthroughs, provide validation, boost confidence, and sustain engagement, making the pursuit of larger goals more manageable and meaningful. Celebrating the journey transforms the path from a series of burdens into a series of achievements that accumulate, build confidence, and fuel perseverance. The journey also fosters creativity and innovation. When attention is solely directed toward the endpoint, there is a tendency to follow rigid plans or conventional approaches, limiting opportunities for experimentation and discovery. By valuing the process, individuals allow themselves to explore, adapt, and refine strategies, learning from both successes and failures. This mindset promotes flexibility, problem solving, and resourcefulness, which are essential qualities for sustained achievement. The journey becomes not just a means to an end, but a dynamic environment where skills are honed, ideas are tested, and capabilities are expanded. Emotional fulfillment is another critical aspect of celebrating the journey. Success achieved without acknowledgement of effort can feel hollow, while recognition of perseverance, resilience, and progress instills pride, satisfaction, and a sense of purpose. The journey reminds individuals that success is not merely a destination to be reached, but a transformative process that shapes character, builds relationships, and provides meaningful experiences. Gratitude for the journey fosters balance, perspective, and emotional stability, ensuring that the pursuit of goals enhances life rather than dominating it. Celebrating the journey also encourages humility and empathy. Recognizing the challenges faced along the way nurtures an appreciation for the effort and contributions of others, whether mentors, colleagues, or supporters. It reinforces the understanding that success is rarely solitary and that collaboration, guidance, and encouragement often play a pivotal role. By valuing the journey, individuals cultivate gratitude, empathy, and connection, fostering relationships that strengthen both personal and professional growth. Ultimately, the journey towards success is a rich tapestry of effort, learning, resilience, and transformation. When individuals pause to acknowledge progress, reflect on challenges overcome, and appreciate the development achieved along the way, they experience a deeper sense of fulfillment and meaning. Celebrating the journey ensures that success is not defined solely by outcomes, but by the growth, resilience, and wisdom cultivated through the process, creating a legacy of achievement that is both impactful and enduring. So embrace the journey, embrace the struggle, and embrace the nights when you choose growth over comfort. Because one day, when you stand at the peak, the world will call it overnight success, but your heart will know it was a journey. Nay, of perseverance, faith, and countless sleepless nights. Thank you.